Good day, tennis fans. Welcome to yet another Miss Hit Tennis Hitting Sesh. I'm your host, The Squinch. We got two great matches yesterday. Madison Keys beat Belinda Bencic, and the biggie Shelton versus Draper, the two young guns, America versus England. We're going to get into both of those. Thanks for stopping by. Let's hit some balls. Oh, that was still bad, but it was better than I think I've ever done. I stayed on track. I gotta tighten it up. I gotta just maybe do that. I gotta write it out and just repeat it a million times. Yeah. Okay, that's the job for later today. I'm done having shitty intros. Okay, where we at? Where we at? We've got we're in quarterfinals, now we're in semifinals of Indian Wells. It's interesting the way they scheduled this is that everybody played yesterday, all 8 quarterfinal matches, so 4 women's matches, 4 men's matches, and then today the men get a break. Only the semifinal matches for the women today, tomorrow, Saturday. Only the semifinal matches for the men, and then both finals on Sunday. So you get your break towards the end. Um, but most of these players have been playing for several days in a row, or like 3 out of 4, maybe even 4 out of 5 days to get here. If you didn't get a bye, so yeah, that's where we're at. So we're in this week here, week 11 of our tennis season. Um, Indian Wells Daily is our stream. We've been going every day this week. That's kind of cool. First time ever. We will do that for ATP 1,000 tournaments. ATP WTA. They're all combined here in the United States if they're on U.S. soil. And we will also go daily for the Grand Slams. But other than that, it's Monday, Thursday, or else just Mondays. The schedule's kind of come into play now that we've been doing this for a month or so. We see like when it ramps up and when it doesn't. The tennis schedule is so fluid. I think that I'm gonna make that one of the advantages of my channel of Miss Hit Tennis is that we will adapt up and down based on general interest level of the world at large to tennis and the tennis matches that matter most for Americans. We've also shrunk our size down, right? We were starting with top 40, and then I think I moved it up to top 50 to get more stuff, and then I realized, oh no, this isn't working. Too many people to keep track of, so I moved it down to top 25. What's more than that, let me go into this just briefly for a second, is that I realized I have to watch all these matches. Like, I'm not trying to be an analyst that's better than them. There's a million better options than me. But from a fan perspective, I can at least weigh in on the emotion I felt while watching the match. And then if anything funny happens, right? Or anything weird happens, I can talk about that too, just as well as anybody else. So that's kind of where we're starting out. I'm also hoping to get some traction to Twitter and Blue Sky pretty soon, but not yet. But this is not meant to be an update on what's going on with Miss Hit. This is meant to be the daily, the daily scoop for what happened yesterday. So let's get into the two matches. Let's start with Madison Keys and Belinda Bencic. Now, Bencic is, you can see right here, she's a wild card. But she's been playing really, really good this year. And everybody on everything I listened to, talked to, put it on radio, listened to some sort of announcer, everyone picked Bencic. I mean, Madison Keys did just win the Australian Open like a month and a half ago. But they all picked Bencic. I'm like, why? Why are you doing that? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Well, apparently she's been playing lights out this year. Okay. Did she win the Australian Open? No, but whatever. Let's see. Let's see who has she beat. She's been doing so great. Okay, so she's starting Adelaide. It's a lot of matches. She's been playing pretty steady. Who has she beat that's good though? Samsonova is like about 25th in the world. Just did good here. Beat her in Adelaide. Australian Open. She beats Osaka, who's totally up and down. Coco Gauff beats her though. Okay, so then she does good at Abu Dhabi. Oh boy, she takes out a bunch of long names. Rebecca, that's a good win. That's a good win. Ashlyn Kruger, ranked 50th. Rebecca is a solid win. Navarro gets her. Anisimova is a good win, although she's up and down, man. She's so close to taking that next step. Schneider's a good win. Goff, so she's just crushing it Indian Wells. So she's on form, basically. She gets a one big win here. She's going deep into everything. She's on form. And then that all comes to where she's playing like over her head, where she beats probably three people in a row ranked above her. I mean, she's ranked 58th, but she's been as high as fourth. She's not young. She's got tons of experience. Her ELO's at 14. Like, I mean, yeah, she's good, but no way would she beat Madison Keys yesterday. But whatever, everybody loves picking against the Americans. So be it. We're used to it by now. So that's it. Let's just take a quick look at stats. Now, we don't go over to the WTA site for stats because their site is horrendous and it's impossible. Like ads pop out. It's just pathetic. So I'm gonna do a quick little stat check from our favorite site here, Tennis Live, built by fans for fans, and see if we see anything. But I don't know that we will. I haven't looked at this yet. Um, we're just kind of doing this for matches to see if we start seeing some trends and shit. Like if we do this long enough. But whatever. So aces, Keys got two, double faults, but not much there. See, the part that stinks for the WTA is we don't get serve speeds. I like to know if somebody's bullying somebody else. And speaking of bullies, Madison Keys is playing so good because she is just so confident and she bullies. That's her game. She bullies. She can hit with anyone. She hits harder than everybody. She tries to hit more winners. I love it. She's my favorite women's player right now, and I think she's going up to three in the world within a month or two. Maybe she's just playing so good. Okay, serve rating, whatever that means. Blah 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 blah. Okay, she's hitting her first serves in at about the same percentage, but Keys is winning hers. Bencic is. I bet you if we did have the speed ratings, I bet you Keys is hitting the ball probably 10, 15 miles per hour harder. First and second serves, I bet. Second serve, she's barely winning any. So she just dominated her. Whatever. It is what it is. Return, blah, blah, blah. Yep, just classic beat. So there's not much we can. Net points. Sometimes I like to see if somebody goes to net. I don't know why Madison Keys will go to net on a match like this. And that's not even in these stats. Awesome. What else is over here? Recap, preview, head to head, and bios, form. But this just gives you their last several matches. And then odds, of course. I wonder. Oh, they got all of them. So this is where this is how they're making their money, pushing people into these. Interesting. Interesting. It's not totally integrated now. That's certainly the long play. Okay, so anyways, Maddie goes on. So she will not play today, like I said in the beginning. The women have today off. The men will. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? She will play today. We are going to watch her tonight at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock p.m. So that is the match. She playing against Sabalenka. We'll go into that in a second. We'll go into that in a second. Now let's switch over and talk about for a second what happened with our buddy Draper and Shelton. So this was the match. Our young gun versus England's young gun. And the truth is, Draper is more collected. Like, Shelton, I love him. He's so athletic. His serve is probably going to be the best in tennis by a year from now. It's so wicked. but he just seems a little bit immature out there. Not like he acts like a baby or anything, but just the jumping around and the facial expressions, like the that's not it either entirely. It's more like he just hits silly shots for the positions he in, like immature. He's so athletic. He can just like he runs around a backhand that is such an athletic feat to run around it and hit a good forehand. But by the time he's done that, he really doesn't have the ability to aim it exactly where he wants. So he doesn't make Draper move, and Draper just passes him on the next shot. Like in a quest to put on a great show, which we all love as fans, and to kind of prove that he's the man, he does dumb shit on the court. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how you take that away from him. Like you can't you can't push that away from him because it's also a part of his overall package. Like he's just so athletic and awesome. I think you just got to let him age through it. So eventually he'll get sick of wasting energy for just basically theatrics. That's what he does. He wastes energy for theatrics. And when I say for theatrics, I mean for the pleasure of the crowd. That's awesome. We love that. But it would be nice if he wasted energy only if it gave him a better chance to win that point. If that makes sense. He wastes energy, but gives himself no better chance to win the point by wasting that energy. It doesn't matter to him because he could waste energy a million times. Like he doesn't get tired in an hour and a half, 2 hour match. He's an athlete on par with the best wide receivers in football. You know, like I get where he's coming from. I don't see any way to solve it. I think you just gotta let him age through it and hope that he realizes at some point in time, and let him know every time he wastes a bunch of energy without giving himself a larger percentage chance of winning that point. Only the point he's in. That's the only one that matters. Then I would say if you keep on hammering him on it, maybe eventually as he ages, he'll kind of like be like, oh, wait a second, that makes sense. But I don't know. That's my amateur fan position on all that shit. But anyways, he lost. He lost even though he's a better tennis player than Jack Draper, which sucks. So let's take a look at the fucking stats. God damn it. All right, so Shelton and Draper. Let's see. Let's see. They're giving Draper a 305 rating. They both have three aces, five double faults. He's winning 72% of his first serves. He's winning only 56. He's got the best serve in tennis, just about, but he can only win 56% of his first serve points. Oh no, no, that's putting him in. That's putting him in. My bad. So he made a point to put him in. Sheldon doesn't care about those going in because second serve's so nasty, anyways. They both won a bunch of their first serve. Second point serves won. He won way more, so he was getting beat up on his second serve. Boy, because he wasn't getting beat up on. He was just doing dumb stuff. All right, return rating. We don't care about this as much. Net points. He came a lot more because when he does something, that's the other thing. Like when he does an amazing athletic feat on the court, he'll uh he'll usually take that to net with him. Like he'll go to net after it, like to just be able to put away. Like for sure, this person I'm playing is not as athletic as me. I just did something incredibly athletic and crazy. Like so now I'll follow it up just to make sure people even realize how crazy great of an athlete I am. I'll just take my 3 steps, sprint up to net, so I can put that away, and then he gets passed because he didn't do enough. Like it wasn't even a good fucking shot to go up to net on and stuff. Like I mean, a lot of times he goes up there and just puts it away, and he's got to have that. I'm not saying take that away. I'm just saying like, there's too many times that you watch him and he like just he strives. He doesn't care how much of his own energy he expends. He's trying to hit some. You get my point. I mean, 33 on forced errors to 9. That's the story of this match, right? Trying so hard to do something incredible. Made his. He's also hitting a lot more shitty shots. Plain and simple. Okay. Crowd pleasers. Yeah, our guy hits it way harder. Max speed 143. He was up at 150 in his last match. Um, First serve average speed about the same. Our guy's 5 miles an hour faster. So yeah, no, he's pushing. He's trying to bully a little bit. I like it. Second serve. See, in the last match, his first serve was almost the same. He's going all the way down to 93, making sure he gets it in exactly where he wants. He's bringing it in at 110, way harder, but eminently returnable, which it kicks like a motherfucker. Draper was good at taking that kick on the short hop and pushing it back somewhere. He's got to mix a couple more serves in there. So Draper got too comfortable. Got too comfortable slapping his kick serve back, if I recall correctly. All right. Well, those are the stats. It sucks. I'm super pissed our guy lost. Draper's a D-bag. No, he's cool. He's nice. I like him. But the Britons that think he's like they basically think he's the third best player in the world, even though he hasn't proven it yet. They need to take a pill and relax a little bit. Anyways, so that's Shelton and Draper. Now we got no more U.S. men left on the men's side, so we're just done there. So basically, what's going to happen? So we got Maddie playing tonight. She wins. We talk about it tomorrow, Saturday morning. We come back Sunday morning. She won't play Saturday. We come back Sunday morning and preview the finals and get ready for a big win in the finals. I think that's how we roll there. If Madison loses tonight, we come back tomorrow, we wrap it up for the week, and we come back Monday. I think that makes sense. I think that will work. I don't know that there's anything. There is going to be some movement here in the rankings a little bit. Nothing too big, but I think the bigger thing to talk about on the men's side, now that we have nobody left, is what's going on in the top 10. You got Sinner and Alcaraz. Sinner will be back in another month or so. Um, both, what's Alcaraz, 20 and Sinner's 21. I don't know. They're super young. I'm only going to talk about people under the age of 20. Well, let's just go over there. Age, Sinner 23. Zverev 27, having a rough run of form right now. I don't know when his points are going to bottom out on him if he doesn't start playing better. Like, right? He clearly won some stuff to amass this many points. Eventually, he's going to have to protect those points. So he's going to have to get some wins. Alcaraz 21, crushing. Now you're starting to see Fritz, Ruud, Medvedev. They're trying to hang on, I think. And Medi's doing the best at it. I hope he lasts the longest. Djokovic, he has to do something in Miami, or else he might, it might be, yeah, we might be looking at this. I think last year, leading into the Olympics and making that his last goal was kind of like the first of the end chapters. We might be looking at the second of the end chapters, and I think the third chapter in the end is the end. Rublev's a goner. Tsitsipas is a goner. Dimonauer and Tommy Paul are kind of the same player to a certain degree. And so all these 27s and 26, plus, of course, the oldie, they're all fighting like hell to hang on. And who's coming after them? Ben Shelton, 22. Holger Rune, 21. Jack Draper, 23. Who else is coming at him from a little further down? Arthur Feast, 20. Yuri Lehecka, 23. And where's our guy? Where's our guy? Where's our guy? Ya Fonseca. Where's Ya Fonseca? Why is he so low? It should be this low. Fonseca. 80th? Well, that ain't gonna stay. He won a tournament, an ATP 500 not too long ago against good players. He's coming. Tien's coming. Tien's coming. Let's see how far he can go. Bencic, 19. So Czechoslovakia's got Bencic and Leheka, 19 and a. Where's our buddy Leheka? 19 and a 23-year-old. They're going to be a good Davis Cup team for a long time. So, anyways, that's what's going on in the men. That's kind of, I hope, what's going to be the story of 2025 is some of these guys seeding way to these young hitters that come up, and we're going to have yeah, some good stuff going on. All right, I can't believe 9:52. The only thing I've really gotten better at since I started this thing is I can kind of just start rambling and end up looking up 20 minutes later. I can talk for 20 minutes. Nobody wants to listen to me for 20 minutes yet, but maybe one day. So, what do we got to do? We still got to talk about, we still got to preview Keys and Sabalenka. All right, let's go in here. Let's see their head-to-head. Now, first of all, I know this much. I know Madison Keys just beat her ass in Australian Open, and it was a great match. Like, so Sabalenka's 4-2, but Australian Open final, in the freaking final, 6-3, 2-6, 7-5. Beijing at the end of 2024. Yeah, of course she's going to win that one. Those are tough matches for Americans getting over there in Asia at the end of the season. We don't always get a ton of wins there. Interesting. How to watch global bet 365. Bet 365's got a global television. Whatever. Head to head 4-2. Blah blah blah. 26-30. Rock Island. The Rock. $5.11, $5.10. What? Sabalenka is not 30 pounds heavier than Madison Keys at basically the same height. It's just not true. That's weird. Turn pro, blah, 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 blah. Year-to-date titles, career titles, 32 mil, 21 mil. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's great. I mean, the only thing is, throw everything else out. They just played an epic match a month and a half ago in the finals of a Grand Slam. So this is it. Sabalenka's going to want revenge. If Keys beats her twice, Sabalenka ain't losing that number one ranking. If Keys beats her today, the story starts to become, is Keys a weak spot for Sabalenka, right? The number one in the world, who can't beat the number five in the world. Although Madison Keys won't be five for long. She's going to be number four for sure, and I think number three. I think she's going to pass the other two Americans. She's definitely playing better than Coco and Pegula right now. It has been all year. It doesn't appear to be slowing down. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm for sure tuning in tonight. I hope you do too. If you do and you catch this or you catch a different one, leave a comment. It would be nice to know if somebody ever watches me. And yeah, we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's go back to main cam and let's try to figure out a snappy finish. So that does it for today's hitting session. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go USA. I hated it. So let's try that again. So I think that about does it for today. So thanks for participating. This has been a Miss Hit Tennis hitting sesh. I'm the Squinch. Leave a like, review, rate, review, all that good stuff. Yeah, let's pick up these balls and get out of here. Have a great day.